Hi everyone, Sarah here from the Paper Cut. We're doing our Chit Chat Thursday along with demo. So we are on both the Paper Cut page and we're on the One of a Kind, and then we're also streaming on YouTube. And again, this is kind of new for us. So we're having trouble commenting on YouTube. So right now, my mom is going to read the comments to you, and if we don't answer them all out loud, we'll get to them, we'll type them in. So anyways, so my mom's behind the video or the camera, and she has a special helper today. So she just wants to show you her special helper. So everybody say hi to my mom and Winnie, who's my grandpuppy. So,
hey Winnie, that's Sarah, look at her.
So yeah, Winnie's here helping tonight. Anyways, yeah, she's in our office every Thursday, just joining us, keeping us company, keeping us working hard. So anyways, now we can go, Mom can come back to me.
All right.
Because Winnie's looking thrilled back there. Anyways, so what's going on at the Paper Cut? So our craft along that we have coming up December 4th, and that's on the One of a Kind page. I don't know what time it's at yet. Usually I'm in the morning. Brian and Carol will tell me what time I'm at, and we are doing some banded Z-fold cards. So we have this one. So by banded, see, it has this little band that goes across it. So this was just kind of an outdoorsy one with some snow. Now I do have a new way to do my little snow up here, so I will be filling you in on that. And then we also have a horizontal one. So the other one was our vertical one. You can see this one, the shape. This is the horizontal. So using the same dies right here and across the front. Again, it's banded. The one thing that we're changing on here is I stamped warm wishes on here. I did have a die made, so it's kind of hard to see with my with the metallic on it. It's kind of reflecting, but I did have a die made that says warm winter, and then wishes will go right here. So the die is this die right here, warm winter wishes. 3 separate words, so you can just use warm wishes if you don't want to use winter. And you can buy that die with the kit as an add-on. So you'll go to the class page and you'll see the banded Z-fold cards, and you'll click on it. And then when you click on it, there's an option for you to add on. So the warm winter wishes die, because you're going to need to cut your own words. You're going to get paper for that. If you have a word or a phrase that you want to use that will fit like right here or up here, that's fine. You can use whatever you have, but I do have that warm winter wishes, and that's an add-on option for the craft along kit. So that's December 4th. Again, these 2 banded Z-fold cards. And if you want to add on the warm winter wishes die, you can do that. You'll get paper, whether you get the die or not. There will be a swatch of paper, and I think I'm going to use our Venus 2.0 Star Dream, which is a brown, but then it's got really pretty gold mica in it. So it's a really pretty stock, and I think it'll really complement the golds and the creams really well on there. So anyways, then on December, now I said that our class with Impression Obsession was going to be December 2nd. Well, that got pushed back a little just because they're waiting for stamps. So it's going to be some Z-fold cards. So here's one of them. Now this was inspired by one of the Impression Obsession design team members. So, but you are going to get, in the kit, you're actually going to do the stamping. Oh, we got down. She left her post. So in the kit, you're actually going to get this birch tree die, and then you're going to get these little mini woodland animal. So you're going to be stamping the birch trees, and you're going to be stamping the little animals. And then the other 2, I haven't posted those 2 yet. I'm still working on those. One of them is a Mitra design, and the other one's going to be a Sarah design. So, but I did post that class also, but it's not going to be ready to ship because we're waiting for this stamp set, or at least we're waiting for some of them. So that one's not going to be ready to ship unfortunately, until after the craft along. I was hoping that we could like bundle them all together, but it didn't quite work out so well. So, but those are two things that are on our class page. And I will post more samples probably next week after those are done. So, let's go. Tonight we are doing a card. I'm just going to demo a card. So let's go down to the table. My mom's going to take us there. Winnie left her post, so
Okay. My helper's go.
yeah, her helper's gone. So we're doing a gather card, and we're using, and you don't have this, so if you do have any of these products and want to play along, you can, but we're using one of the trifold window cards. So this is the oval trifold window card, and this is the A2 size. This does come in an A6 and A7. And then to complement it, we have the large oval overlay, and that will fit behind that. So it kind of frames that area. So when you're using and some people got the window sampler, the window card sampler. So this is just a good refresher for you. So when you have a trifold card, this is the front of the card. This flap on the right folds behind, and you see that through there. Then this is the inside of the card. So this is actually the back of the card, the front of the card, and this flap folds to be the inside. So let's get going. We're going to do some brush blending, and we're going to do some splattering, of course. So I'm going to do some brush blending just around the outside here. When I'm brush blending around, and Mom, you have to let me know too. I forgot to tell you that when we get to like 20 after, let me know.
Okay.
Because we have to be done at 6:30.
Yep.
So I like to mask off. So you could fold this flap in and the other flap in, but then you risk getting some ink in there. And I guess for what I'm doing, it probably doesn't matter. But let's do some yellow first. So we're going to use some yellows and some rusts. And when I brush blend, I like to start off my page and then go on. And this is just a really quick background because we're going to splatter on here anyways. So I don't want to brush blend too much. And I see I have a little smooge there. I obviously didn't check that before, or I got it when I was doing stuff. So now I'm just going to go around the outside. So yeah, with doing the online classes, a lot of the stamping is done for you. So if we were doing classes in person, you would be, doing more of the stamping, but with it being virtual, I do all the stamping for you. So I have to give you some stuff to do. So sometimes you have coloring, sometimes you have brush blending, sometimes you have splattering, and not like my way is always the right way. There's different ways to do things.
Winnie.
Winnie. So if you ever have something better, let me know, because I'm always like to learn from you all and everybody else around me. So I just wanted a little bit of background on there. Now I am going to splatter on here too, and we may as well do that since we have this part all covered up already. So when I splatter, and by no means is, there's lots of ways to probably splatter. This weekend I was splattering with white, and that seems to be my nemesis because I had white on my face, in my hair, on my clothes. So I did not have a good way to splatter white. I'm still working on that one. But anyways, for splattering black, super easy. I just like to use a re-inker or my black alcohol ink. And I just put it in a little container. Right now I'm just using a Memento re-inker. Now you don't want to use a thicker re-inker. So don't use like a pigment black, because that's kind of thick. So you want a thinner one. I used Memento, so just like a dye-based re-inker. I use a brush, kind of a brush that has the bristles that are, loose in there. You don't want one that are really compact. I like the loose. They even have some brushes that are like curved. Those are kind of nice because you want them kind of at different levels. So, and I like to use a block, just something that I can whap it with. So again, lots of technical terms, whapping and smooching. So I just kind of dip it in there. Now you don't want it dripping. And if you've never done it, do it off to the side. But otherwise I just kind of pound on it. And if you want bigger ones, you know, if you do put more ink on there, you'll get bigger splatters. Is my mom playing with the camera?
No.
She's giggling back there, so I thought maybe she was playing
No,
with the camera.
Debbie Eastwood is laughing. I think she's laughing at your technical terms.
Oh. So, anyways, there's the front of our card, and this is going to sit behind there. But let's go on to, I do have, I could like brush blend on the inside of here, but I'm just going to do it on a swatch just because I like to do that in case I screw up. So I am going to start with yellow and do kind of the whole thing. Now I could put, because this is going to be inside there, I could like lay this down, but it doesn't matter because you're going to cover up those edges anyways. So I'm just going to start with the outside, and I want it lighter on the inside, so I'm not going to totally fill in the middle.
Your dog is being nosy.
Yeah, Winnie's like kind of all over, so if you're hearing a clickety clickety click, that is Winnie walking around on the floor. She's usually not here. Usually she's home with Ron on Thursday nights, but she went home with my mom after work, and my daughter's picking her up here. So she came here with us, and she had a bath last night and everything. Not like it matters.
God, beautiful. Winnie, come here. Come here.
So, yeah, for her appearance today, yeah, she got all pretty. So she doesn't have any
And we're
bows on her
spoiling her,
hair,
and
though.
she's doing things that she's not supposed to be doing.
Yeah, she's usually not allowed up on the furniture, but we put her on a chair just so you guys could all see her. So, anyways,
Is Winnie the boxer? Yes, she is,
yes,
Donna.
Winnie's the boxer. So
She's
yeah,
so cute.
she is. So she's kind of made herself be like the shop dog. She can open the door. I mean, the door is just a push door. So she can open the door to go out in the shop, and she does it really quietly. So all of a sudden I won't see her, and I'll be like, where's Winnie? Well, she goes out into the shop to visit with Brian and Becky out in the shop. And then today my mom was trying to teach her how to open the door the other way. Well, that's a little bit tougher. So we put a rope on it, because a rope toy, to see if we could get her to pull on the rope toy to open the door. Well, she wouldn't do that, but we did crack the door a little bit, so now she's figured out how to nose the door. So now if we leave the door cracked, you know, with something blocking it like a tennis ball, she can go back and forth between the shop and the office. So she's having a great time. So anyways, that's the whole Winnie story. She's a little cutie. But anyways, so I'm just brush blending this, and this is going to sit over the top of it, and it's lighter in the middle. I want to get it a little bit darker around these edges. So I'm just going to keep going with my rust ink pad a little bit.
Winnie.
Oops, a little bit too dark there.
Where are you, Winnie? We'll see if we can entice her to come up here again. Come here, doggy, doggy.
So we're going to stamp a silhouette stamp on top of here, and those would be the birds, all different sizes, kind of like a bird family. So we're going to use the stamping platform to stamp that. So the class that we're doing, that is the Slimline class, and you get the Slimline stamp. Now, it is easiest to use a bigger platform to stamp that. I don't have one, so I found an alternate way to do it. So anyways, we have our bird stamp that I already put in here, and I think if I lined it up right, I can put that right up at the top, but I am going to hold it in place. So with the stamp, with this stamp, because it's a slim line, it goes like the 8.5 to 8.25 to 8.5 inches. So it doesn't quite fit on my platform. So if you have a bigger platform, that's optimal for stamping with this slimline stamp. But if you don't, I figured out another way to do it. So in class, we're going to stamp this stamp, not using the platform because I don't have a big enough one. But if you have one, that's what you really want. So off topic a little bit. We're going to ink up our birds.
What's Sarah doing?
I wasn't, I held off getting a platform for the longest time. And Beth from Endless Creations is like, you really need one of those. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't. And then I used it and I'm like, oh man, yeah, I really did need that. So I really like it, especially with doing silhouette stamps, because you can hit it twice and get a nice dark image. Or if you miss it, you can just stamp it over the top. So we have our birds. Oops, leave my magnets there because I hate it. They stick together and then you think you're missing one. It's a real problem. So anyways, so we have our birds, our black large oval overlay, and then our birds are right there. So let's attach
so pretty.
our black overlay. To do this, now there is a little bit of lining up when you're doing this. I like to put black over tape on that inside, and then I like to lay my overlay down. And then I just kind of like to kind of tap it. See, I'm looking at it from the top so I can see how to line it up. And if I just kind of tap it down, then I get it lined up pretty evenly. Trying to do it upside down just to the border is kind of nearly impossible. It's much easier just putting tape on the back of the inside and just kind of tapping it on there to pick it up. So now we need to do this one. And like I said, I could have stamped right here. It was just easier for me to use a swatch. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing with my little birds. So, but this time I'm going to make sure I stick all the way to the outside. Okay. So now with my little birds, I'm just gonna tap it and pick that up, and yep, it's pretty close to centered. But now I can put tape right here to close that card up. And I'm just gonna put the tape all the way around. So these window cards are great for photo cards. Like if you wanted to make your own photo cards for Christmas, this is where you would attach your picture in here. You can frame it if you want to, and then you're going to cover it up so you're not going to see any of that. And you probably won't have smooches like me because, yeah, I'm just having kind of a messy day. But then you have like a finished card, they're not seeing the back of your photo, okay? And if they even wanted to, like after, they could just snip that off and hang it on the fridge or whatever. But we do have the window cards in the A6 size and the A7. We just don't have overlays for those bigger sizes. So anyways, that's that. And then I pre-stamped the word gather. Actually, I did it twice because I was crooked on one side. Bummer. But that happens. I'm going to attach my...
Would make a great shaker card too, yeah.
Oh, yep, they do make great shaker cards. So I'm going to attach my border. Yeah, because it kind of covers up all of that stuff on the inside. I don't know if I've used one for a shaker card recently, but yes, it makes a good shaker card. This one I did on my... I added a little bit of color, not as much, but just a little bit of just the yellow to the outside. This brush is probably a little bit big for this application, but we're making it work. We're at 20 after, which is
Yep,
good.
it's just 20 after right now.
And we're almost done with this card.
Winnie, look. What's
So
Sarah
now
doing?
I'm going to use foam tape on the back of there.
What's Sarah doing?
So yeah, she She's like, what is going on? She keeps talking, but she's not talking to me. So we're just going to put foam tape on the back of our oval and just pop that up a little bit.
Is that your good foam tape? Or?
No, this is the bad foam tape. I'm still trying to get rid of it. Because I do really like the good foam tape for when I have to do more detail stuff.
Yep.
Or shaker cards, because I'm cutting a lot of foam tape for that. So there is our gather card. So there's that. Now there is one thing. So our there's another thing that I was going to touch on tonight. Well, this is just long and it's bothering me. So anyways, I was talking about the white ink and splattering. It's kind of my nemesis. I was struggling with that the other day. So I'm just looking for a piece of darker cardstock in here. Because on this card right here, well, on this one that we're going to be doing, I did splatter that background. That's the one that I splattered, and I ended up with paint all over me, which wasn't fun. But let's see. Okay. So does that look blue, Mom?
Yeah, it does look blue.
Okay.
It's, yeah.
So I did take, to get my white snowflakes like on here, I did take some, I tried just with acrylic paint. So this is just your regular cheapo acrylic paint. And I just put a little drop of it down, probably more than I need. And I took a toothpick and I cut off one end so it wasn't the point. And you can cut off as much as you want. But then if you dip that in and just kind of patiently do that, you can get some pretty good snow. And it's a good way to get your snow like on your trees on here, because then you don't have to worry about splattering your die cut. But yeah, so I just kind of, it was a little putsy, but you could get different sized snowflakes and put them, you know, wherever. But that's how I got this whole background on that one. So I'm still working with the splattering. I'm thinking if I water that down, it might splatter a little bit better. But when you splatter with thick ink or paint, it ends up going everywhere. So, so anyways, this one I did do the background after. That was no problem. This one, if we're going to do the background, and I'll probably jump on the one of a kind before that. And if you want to do this one, I did that background. That one I splattered. So I will give some homework. I'll pop on and give you guys a reminder for whoever ordered that kit for getting your nice little snow background like we have on this card. 6 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. So one more, well, not one more thing, but on our website, I had taken down the sale page during the sale because we were going through that stuff, and it took me a little bit to figure out what we still had and what I could leave on sale. So the sale page has been down. I did put it back up because we have 6 items, I think, or 7 that are buy 4 get 1 free. So there's different sections. So on one of them there's a picture of these 4 kits, and I picked out all different little like quick and easy kits that you could use for Christmas. So these have like the card bases, but you're going to add your own stamps. So of these 4, when you open up that product, you pick your 4 choices. The price is for 3 of them. The sale price is for 3. The regular price says the regular price, which is all 4. But then you're only paying for 3. So if you just like these 2, you could pick your 4 choices as just those 2. If you want one of each, you just pick one of each. It's kind of like our layering swatch thing where you got to pick, or the metallic. So that's one of our buy 3 get 1 free. This is our other one, which is our circle scallop window cards and our oval scallop window cards. Now they don't have the stamps in them. This just gives you a little idea, but you have all these pieces pre-cut, so it gets you started to do some quick and easy Christmas cards if you want a variety of them, you want to do some for somebody else, you just want to do whatever. So it just gives you the card bases to get you started, so you're not starting from square one. So that's another one of our buy four get one free. Then we have our A2 window cards, and these are just one layer. So these are either the ovals or the squares. Again, the window cards and the overlays are pre-cut. You'll open that up and then you'll make your 4 choices, and the sale price is already listed on there. Then we also have our scallop layered card kits. So I did take any ones that we had samples that had Christmas cards on them, just to give you an idea. So these are our scallop layered card kits. So again, these are on our sale page, buy 3, get 1 free. Then the last one is our bib cards. So 4 different bib cards, again on the buy 3, get 1 free. So yeah, those just went up on the sale page along with some the buy 10 for 10 for the layering swatches is up there, but I'm going to do a different layering swatch too. I just haven't gotten to it. So anyways,
4 more minutes. You've got 4 minutes.
we have 4 minutes.
Yep. 3 minutes.
Alrighty. Well, again, on our class page, we have the banded Z-fold. Now, one thing about the banded Z-fold, it is actually, this one is our easel card base. So that is the score for the easel card base.
Can you mix and match those, Sarah?
The buy 4, get 1 free is mix and match. Yeah. Well, it's mix and match within their type. So, for example, you can mix and match of these 4, and if you want 3 of this one and 1 of that one, so it's mix and match within the same style, I should say.
What is the best way to glue mirror card?
The best way to glue mirror card, I like to use my ATG.
Oh, Anna Ito says happy birthday, Sarah.
Oh, thank you, Ann. So yeah, my birthday's tomorrow. So yeah, thank you everybody who has been sending me birthday cards and making me cry all week. so yes, thank you for all the birthday wishes. I am going to post those next week because I've gotten some pretty awesome cards in the mail. So I have the best customers. You guys are like awesome.
Yeah.
So taping down mirror card, I like to use the ATG, or foam tape works really good. I do not like to use like these little snail rollers just because I don't think they're strong enough to hold the mirror card down. But like on the back of this stuff, I pop up my foam tape. Otherwise on my layers, I use my ATG. So I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, this banded Z-fold, this is actually our easel card base, which you can have it stand up, like this with part of your easel, or this one folds the opposite way for your easel. So this is actually just folding it another way. And the band is actually the same score, where it's the long section and then the 2. So it's the long section and the 2, it's just opposite. So yeah, we will be getting these on our website. They're not there yet.
30 seconds.
Okay, the class is there, but the actual card bases aren't there. So the class is there under our class page, December 4th. Our Impression Obsession class, December 9th. And this one, our gather card, was just for funsies because I hope you can gather with friends and family and enjoy the next few weeks and the holidays. So take care, everyone. Bye. Stop, Julian.